Well, joining us on NDTV now is Mr. Asaduddin Owaisi, Lok Sabha Member of Parliament, on this developing story today. Mr. Owaisi, your thoughts on the day that this pond has been ordered to be sealed, with the Hindu groups claiming that a Shivling has been found there. There are bigger implications, in terms of where all of this is headed, aren't there?
Yes, these apprehensions were voiced by me when the Babri Masjid title suit judgment was given. I had at that point of time on record said that this will open many doors, and because that judgment had given on the basis of Astha. Now, despite Supreme Court elevating the 91 Act to the level of basic structure of the Constitution, today's order completely violates the 91 Act. This order of today of sealing that area and allowing only 20 people to do namaz over there is a blatant violation of 91 Act, which changes the nature and character. And you're absolutely right. Tomorrow it will be Qutub Minar, tomorrow it would be Taj Mahal, tomorrow it would be Mathura. I don't know. The Sangh Parivar has a list of more than 50,000 masjids. So there is no end to this nonsense. And the question over is that how can a lower court go against a Parliament Act? How can the lower court violate the Supreme Court judgment? And I hope that tomorrow when Supreme Court hears this matter, I don't know what Supreme Court would do, but we have to wait and see. But as of now, this is a complete violation. This is the repeat of what happened to the Muslims in 1948 December, and this will continue to happen.
I wanted you to elaborate on the Places of Worship Act, Mr. Owaisi, and why this act was brought in the first place. As you rightly said, it is there in law, and yet you have this lower court order which goes completely against that. So the Supreme Court's verdict on this is going to be very crucial. But why is it important? Why is the Places of Worship Act important?
Because in 1991 it was decided that apart from Babri Masjid, that every religious place which stood on 15th August 1947, the nature and character of that particular religious place would not be changed. Keeping in mind all these issues. And in fact, if you read even the Supreme Court judgment, the Supreme Court of the judgment quoted the statement of the then Home Minister to maintain the integrity of the country, to maintain peace. That is what the then Home Minister in 91 stated. Now, today's order is complete violation of that, and my biggest apprehension is that it will not stop the RSS and the BJP. They will continue to find ways and means of changing the character of all masjids. So unfortunately, this will continue, and my biggest fear is that as a teenager, I have bad memories of what happened post-demolition and pre-demolition. Now you are giving this same bad memories, unfortunately, if it happens to this millennial generation. So we have been deceived once. Now I hope I'm wrong. We'll be deceived again second time around.
But Mr. Owaisi, there are those who would argue that the difference between the Babri Masjid case and this particular matter is that here, at the moment, nobody is saying that, bring the masjid down and build a temple on top of it. They're saying we want access all year to be able to do our puja, to do our prayers. You're shaking your head. You're saying that, no, that's not, there's no difference.
See, I'll tell you, Section 4.2 of the 91 Act clearly states that nature and character should not be changed. Why I'm shaking my head is that this is a complete textbook style of what happened when Babri Masjid was taken away from Muslims. The idols were placed surreptitiously, the masjid was closed. Now you see that one part of the masjid is closed. And tomorrow you will see that the puja will be allowed. Thirdly, one fine day, politically this will become a big issue. And we never know, again a demolition of this masjid can happen. So now tomorrow, even when the Supreme Court is going to hear this matter, I as a Muslim, I don't know what should I ask the Supreme Court. I hope that the lawyers who are more knowledgeable than me, my dear friends Fusail Ayubi, because you will have to ask for a stay of this present order and to ensure that the 91 order is not violated. See, this whole thing is done in a very, very sophisticated way, because tomorrow Supreme Court is going to hear this matter. Suddenly you say that this thing has been done. You seal that area and you say that, oh, you cannot go and pray over there. So I have been bitten not once. This is going to be more, the biggest unfortunate part would be that this is not going to stop. There are many masjids which will now be reopened and on the basis of Astha.
So, finally, what would your appeal be ahead of the Supreme Court hearing? Then everything centers around what the top court decides to do in this.
I hope that the Supreme Court itself, when they wrote the judgment of Babri Masjid, they said that the 91 Act is related to the basic structure of the Constitution. This is what our main demand is. This is what the honorable judges have written in that judgment. But today's development is a very, very clever way of ensuring that, oh, we have sealed that area now. You cannot come over there. Only 20 people will be allowed. So tomorrow, and please remember, Nidhi, the magistrate who stopped the Muslims from praying in Babri Masjid 1948, Mr. Nayyar, then went on to become a member of parliament from Jan Sangh. You know, when the locks were opened for the Babri Masjid, the honorable judge wrote in his book that he got a divine... Now, this is what has happened. That is why I have been consistently voicing at the cost of people saying you're provoking. I'm not provoking. I am forewarning the whole country that please don't take us back into that era of dark era of pre-demolition of Babri Masjid. And please, for God's sake, uphold the law. Follow the Supreme Court judgment. There is no into this nonsense. You want to go into the beneath of what Taj Mahal is there. You want to find out what is there at Qutub Minar. You want to stop at, you don't want to stop at Mathura, but this is what is going to happen. And all these people are ably supported by the BJP and the Sangh Parivar, that no one can deny that.
Well, Mr. Owaisi, all eyes on the Supreme Court then, whether the court upholds a law that the Parliament has passed and what the court itself has said, as you rightly pointed out in the Babri Masjid case. Thank you for joining us today.